very short video here. I know I've talked about some of this stuff before. I just think it's at the very beginning. It's coming. It's here. However you want to address that, but I know there's been some things I've read and some things I've seen from other people taking video at actual places that some of the distribution chains and grocery stores and ports are starting to affect how much food is available. Maybe we're not seeing it much if you're at the grocery stores now. At least where I've been, you see some shelves, they're not completely empty, but they're really low. And week after week, they seem to remain very low. They're not getting stocked full. And I thought nothing of it, but now as it's been there quite a while, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. So I started doing a little digging, and some of the stuff I found, and find something out for yourselves too. I back this up. Otherwise, if you find something faulty with what I'm saying, just send me a message, let me know. That'd be great to find out. But this is what I've found out, what I've seen, and I just want people to be aware of this. That grocery stores I've read, and don't know if it's all of them. I know large ones are starting to store shipments, starting to not let them go on the shelves, or partial shipments can go on the shelves for sale, for purchase to the consumer. A lot of it, the hard stuff, the stuff that keeps, like flours, sugar, honey, some aspects, some canned items, some bagged items that will not expire for quite some time, years, that kind of stuff. It could be powdered milk, and even milk with large expiration dates, long expiration dates, like almond milk, hemp milk, that kind of stuff. It seems like, at least what I've read, and I've heard other people talk about, that they're storing these items, and large quantities of this, because what they've heard, down the chain, and what I've sort of got rumblings of, is that some of the larger stores, some of the smarter, if you will, stores are saying, we're going to hold this back. Whatever we don't have to put out, we're not going to put out, because we know how much printing or how much duplication there is been of this currency. So we know whatever we put it on the shelf for now, we can't replace it for the price that we are charging people for it. So what does that say? What does that mean? That means if they have, let's say, a box of whatever at the grocery store, and it's $10 right now. It's a large box. They put it out there for $10 now. Maybe that costs them, I don't know, $7 to $8. It costs the grocery store to get. All right, maybe $9. They don't have that high of a margin. They put it on the shelf for $10 because of inflation and because everything's just going, crazy, and the dollar is losing value so fast. And the grocery store is like, well, we're going to charge $10 because the place down the road is charging $10. So we're not going to put it on there for a lot more because we won't get that sale. And that's the way it seems to have been, at least 20 years ago, in high school, I worked in a manager at a grocery store and did retail. And that's the way it worked. You went around to the neighboring places and you saw what they were charging, what they were doing. And you want to be just within them, if not a few cents cheaper, 10 cents cheaper, depending on the item, because you want to get that consumer, that customer, and keep them and just be just under competition. Well, now, with the dollar becoming worth less and less, the grocery stores are like, okay, we got all this, we paid X for it, if we put it on the grocery store and we charge our normal price for it, when it comes time that we get to replenish it, it's going to cost us a lot more to replenish it to get it back. So they're saying, well, we're just going to hold off on the stuff we can and not get it out there, or get very little of it out there, because when that time comes, whether it's tomorrow or 2 years from now, that inflation is rampant, hyperinflation is here, and it's going to cost me the store or my house to put the stuff back out there, because that's how little purchasing power the dollar has by that time. they're like, we're going to do what we can right now to try to get ahead of this. At least that's what I've read. That's what I've seen a little bit of. So I just want to make people aware of that. On that same sense, I know there's been some ports, some shipment ports, that I've seen people out there actually doing video of this and talk to some people that a lot of the stuff has came in from shipments and some still is coming in is sitting in the ports. Trucks aren't coming to pick it up. Trucks aren't coming to distribute it all over. They're not bringing it to where they're supposed to be. It's sitting there in the ports, and I haven't found any good explanation for this. I've read, and maybe I didn't read enough or do enough research on this, but I haven't found any real good explanation for why this is happening. If it's on the truck end, the shipping end of it, or if it's on the port end of it and them not allowing it to get out. I don't know why, but I know it's happening. At least that's what I've seen and that's what I've read. So with that being said, I know grocery stores are low. Places for almost anything else that you're going to need or use that's essential seems to be at low quantity almost everywhere. So I'm just saying this not to scare anyone, but just think about this. And when you're out shopping, maybe you want to buy instead of 2, maybe you want to pick up an extra 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the item. Because you don't know if it'll be there the next time you get there. You don't have to go out there and buy everything. I'm just saying. Just be smart about it. And especially think about yourself and your family. At least myself and my family, the main things that we've been, adamant about over, quite a period of time here is ammo, vitamins, because I know vitamins, they shut down last year in different areas, different states, different stores. They will not allow the selling of, or the commerce of. So seeds also. Seeds were a bigger deal than vitamins. Seeds were even held back more. Other vitamins, that could be vitamin C, D3, K2, your Bs, your B complexes, anything you need or use or you want to try, it might not be there, a week from now or, 6 months from now. If you feel you may need it, or someone may need it, or may want to, get some. Just something to think about. And along with canned foods, they're not the best for you, but they're way better than fast food stuff and all the other junk that's out there. So canned foods, veggies, soups, canned soups, any of your canned tomatoes, that kind of stuff for baking and cooking, anything else like that. Your bagged foods like your beans, anything that has a long shelf life that will sit in your house, and maybe you'll need it sometime. If you don't, you can always just use it. So like I said, there's cooking oils, olive oil, coconut oil are the only 2 that we ever really use. But you guys can look into that, but that's on us for us to do. Look into it. Why we use only coconut oil and virgin olive oil, and then flour, sugar, salt, spices. And anything else that you regularly use, it might suit you well just to stock up a little bit. I'm not saying splurge and cause a whole havoc that happened with the toilet paper incident last year, but just be aware of it. But as always, thanks for watching. If you like this, hit like, share, subscribe. Stay vigilant, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your health, and protect